Hello, hello, hello. Happy Tuesday, Joshua.
How you doing, Carlin?
Well, you had a good day today, didn't you? Because you were proven correct in a prediction that you made back in March.
Oh yeah, he's gone.
He is gone. He is out of there. How does that feel to be so correct, Joshua?
I mean, I'm glad that I'm correct. I hope that the replacement is good for New York. I'm a little concerned about New York.
You are?
A little bit.
Well, it's kind of like a dead city at this point, isn't it?
Well, no, I mean New York is more resilient than that. I don't think it's a dead city. I think they're obviously going through challenges, but we shall see. We shall see. Alec Baldwin said that it was a tragedy. What did you think of that? What does he mean?
That was a little bit weird, to be honest with you. Like, why are you still defending this guy? Why? I don't understand.
Unless he doesn't believe that. Well, I mean, Como said that it's because he's Italian. It's not rape. It's DiGiorno.
Well, did you see? I sent it to you after last week's show. Did you see that whole montage he put together of him like hugging and kissing people, basically to say, "Look, I just do this all the time." Who thought that was a good idea?
I don't think that these women are saying in reports like he held my face and kissed me on the cheek.
No, I would.
Why aren't the reports public? They really should make them public.
I mean there was like, so remember when you originally made the prediction back in March, like a lot of the stuff came public. A lot of a woman released all these text messages and emails and all this stuff. Like, it's been public for a while.
Yeah. So it's not just him being Italian.
No, you're Italian. Joshua, have you ever sexually harassed multiple people in your workplace?
I've never harassed anyone. I've harassed people other ways.
It's true.
Just being obnoxious, but not sexual.
Being an annoying little. Okay. Well, so you got that one right. Congratulations. Now, what do you say to people? Because I posted a clip of you getting it right, and of course, I'm getting all these comments being like, "I predicted that too, and I predicted it without needing tarot cards." What's your message to people?
I agree. I think it was pretty obvious. I don't think you have to be the best psychic in the world to predict that he was going to resign. I think it's pretty logical. With the pressure that was on him. And again, I think that if he decided to stay in office, God only knows what shit they would have dug up. So I don't think he had really much of a choice. I think it's very logical. And I think that's where, science and spirit come together, or logic and intuition come together. I think that, you have to have a good balance in order to read a situation. So it makes sense that other people would predict it too. Yeah. I don't think it was like, oh my God, riveting. No.
No one is really surprised. I in fact even recall saying that I thought he was pretty effed back in March.
You did. I think
it just took a while.
Before I did. You said that these women have receipts and everything,
Yeah.
But the cards backed us up. Yeah. So, but I'm glad that he's out. I hope the lady replacing him does New York well.
We can all cross our fingers for that. So, Joshua, before we dig into all the super chats, and you guys are already sending in super chats for Joshua to answer tonight, which is awesome. And we'll talk about that in a second. But before we get into that, I have a selfish question to ask Joshua.
Okay.
And I have a little bit of a confession that I need to make that I think will disappoint some of the people on the channel. I am thinking and trying to work myself into a headspace to get myself vaccinated. Because you and I are thinking about going on a super secret trip somewhere for which it would benefit me to just bite the goddamn bullet and get the effing vaccine.
Unless you want to spend an extra $25,000.
Unless I want to spend a lot of money being quarantined for 2 weeks and not even really being able to do anything on said super secret trip. So I would like for you to psychic for me if I should get vaccinated.
Let's look at it this way. If I get the vax, can you say that for me?
If I get the vax.
Oops. And I'm going to stop shuffling.
Stop.
Let's see. The Lovers, the Moon, Three of Wands. I don't see anything problematic. I think with the Moon card, okay, so the Lover's card comes with a choice, right? And it's about communication, especially the communication you have with yourself.
Indeed, it does.
With the Moon card, you don't want to mug yourself of your power. So the Moon is about the subconscious, it's disillusionment. Like, don't feed your subconscious like all this stuff that they're saying now about how it's supposed to like program us. Did you get this? Did you see these reports that they're coming out with? They're a little bit ridiculous.
No, what?
Well, I'm not even gonna give any.
You're not even gonna put it into my subconscious if I'm thinking about getting the vax to go to a super secret trip.
Yeah, I think with the Moon card, you need to just know that you're gonna make the decision, the Lover's card, that it's going to be fine. And then with Three of Wands, you're gonna have, you know, a lot more personal power in terms of what you can do, particularly in terms of leadership. Yeah. So Wands is established strength. So there's more power for you to get it than not. And a lot of people give me flack about why I got it. And really, I think that sometimes the law of least resistance is great. I don't want to have to, you know, say, oh, I'm sorry, I can't go to this function because of that. Because some clubs around here are requiring proof of vaccination. You know, so it just, for me, it was just easier.
I still would tell any business that like wants to see my medical history to F off, essentially, because I don't think it's anyone's business. My medical history is no one's business. I've never had to show proof of vaccination of anything that's far more dangerous than COVID to go in any stores. And so even if I do get it, it's purely because I want to go on this super secret trip. That's the only reason I would get it. And I'm not going to get any Pfizer or Moderna either. I'm going to get Johnson & Johnson if I get it. I'm still working my way up to it. We've got some time for me to mentally come around to the idea. Yeah. But I guess it's not all bad.
No, I don't think it's bad. And again, it's, you know, it's, I mean, I think that it's ridiculous that they're requiring these passports, that they're requiring proof of vaccination. I think it's complete overreach, and I think it's a problem. But, you know, what are you going to do? You know? Not go on trips, not go to clubs.
Plus, we want to go on a super secret trip.
Yeah, if we go on this super secret trip, it's going to be much more practical for you to get the vaccination.
Extremely practical for me to get the vaccination. Yeah. God damn it. Fucking travel. Fucking international travel. Okay.
Morons!
Idiots. All right, guys. So we'll see. I'm sorry if I've disappointed some of you, but I'm not making the choice for anyone else. And I want to be able to go on super secret trips occasionally. And it's just the way it is. And that's the way life works. It's not always fair. We don't always get our way. So I'm doing the best I can here. But on that note, welcome to Nothing Remotely Controversial. This is a show that Joshua and I do every Tuesday night at 9:30 p.m. where I talk about the news and whatever I find interesting. And Joshua, who is a professional psychic, uses his psychic and astrology and tarot card prowess to peer beneath the surface and let us know what's really going on. And we basically take your questions on the show, see what you want to know. And today we already have a lot of super chats. So if you want to ask Joshua a question, you do have to send in a super chat because time is money. You get to decide the amount of the chat based on how much you like us on any given day. Sometimes you like us more than others, and that's just fine. But the only qualification we do put on it is to please keep it a high level question, like, will Barron Trump turn out to be a future leader of the universe? Or not a low-level question like, should I get the vaccination to go on a super secret trip? I can ask that question because it's my show, but like, you can't ask that question because it's not applicable to everyone. So we got a whole bunch of chats, Joshua, before we even started the show today. Wow. Eberific says, Joshua strikes again. Was right about Cuomo, which of course we've already know. We played the clip there on March 2nd. You predicted that Cuomo was going to resign, and the cards were pretty emphatic. Like, this was not like a mystery. Like, yes, we could say that, like, you know, obviously people knew he was going to resign, but like the cards really thought he was going to resign. Yeah. And you can watch the clip right before this on the channel if you want to see proof of that. Armani V comes in with a $20 super chat. Will the new New York governor, Kathy, be more of a COVID tyrant than Cuomo? Will she mandate vaccine passports for the rest of the state? Will she lock down New York? Will she take New York into a freer direction? So let's how do you suggest we do this, Joshua? Because there are like 4 questions there. How will Kathy do with, like, how's Kathy going to do? How do you want to frame this question?
Well, first of all, is it Kathy with a C or Kathy with a K?
Kathy with a K.
We're sure?
Yes. Well, I'm pretty. That's what the super chat says. The super chat could be
Let's
wrong.
do a quick searchy worchy, shall we?
We're gonna hope it's a K.
I hope so. Kathy's with a K are no offense to Kathy's with a C, but I do like Kathy's with a K a little bit better.
Mm-hmm.
Kathy, New York, Cuomo. I wonder after this scandal if I'll actually remember how to spell Cuomo. Yep, it's with a K.
Okay.
Yep. Okay. So how will New York be affected? Well, so he wants to know, or she wants to know, if Kathy, the new
governor,
is going to impose more restrictions, right?
Yes.
And just phrase it for me.
Will Kathy, the new governor of New York, impose more COVID restrictions?
And I'm going to stop shuffling, please.
Stop.
Let's see. Queen of Wands, Seven of Wands, the Lovers.
The Lovers is a popular card today, isn't it?
The Lovers is a very popular card today.
Jesus.
Well, she's going to be bold. So with Queen of Wands, she's going to be, rather assertive, right? And with Seven of Wands, she's going to be bold. So I think that with the Lovers card, she's probably going to be more about choice than anything else. And that might be with the Valor card, the Seven of Wands, it's going against the grain. So being courageous in this instance, would you say that means imposing more restrictions or less? I would say less. Right?
I would say less, yeah.
So
can we do a follow-up on that and get really specific? Is Kathy going to impose less restrictions?
Yeah, let's see. And so I'm going to stop shuffling.
Stop.
Will Kathy impose less restrictions? 2 of discs, 4 of cups, 10 of cups. So there'll be a balance, right? 4 of cups, I think that she's going to try to keep things as emotionally stable as possible. And I think with 10 of cups, we're closing an emotional cycle. I would say there'll be a balance. There might be some restrictions, but I think that she might let go of some and add some. Do you know what I mean? I think there's going to be a balance, but I don't think New Yorkers' lives are going to be turned upside down. I think that she's very, let me see your picture. No, I think that she has a conservative streak to her, to be honest, looking at her picture. I don't know how she talks because, they're all putting on a show.
Right.
But she looks to me to actually be way more conservative. Yeah, she seems rather right to me, doesn't she?
Well, people are saying that she's a moderate Democrat, so who knows?
Yeah, I think that she has a nice head on her shoulders.
Yeah. So Dragonwater wants to know, how are Kathy's with a K different than Kathy with a C?
Oh, I was just kidding.
You weren't.
I mean,
because as Justice points out, we have a certain Kathy Young who is a piece of work, and she's Kathy with a C.
Oh, I just know a few Kathys with a K that I really adore, and the Kathys with a C, I've been a little bit meh about.
Anyone with a K name is good.
I mean, K is vibrationally, it is a strong letter. So anybody who's named K, it's like a boom. It's like those people are, they're hard to ignore. K.
I don't know what you're talking about, Joshua.
I know. Don't have the faintest.
Please. God. All right. Next up, Stephanie Nicole says, "Hi. Will Kevin Parath become the new governor of California through the recall? He claims to be a JFK Democrat. Also, love Joshua's new picture." So, Joshua, everyone likes your new picture. You look like a Backstreet Boy or like some boy band character, apparently.
Cool.
I don't know who this Kevin is. Huh?
I said that's exactly what I was going for. It's perfect.
I thought you were going for a stripper.
Oh, well, no, I'd rather be a Backstreet Boy because I want to bring back the 90s.
Oh, that makes more sense. Okay, so here is this guy, this Kevin dude that Stephanie is talking about. Apparently running for governor of California, I guess. Let's see. There he is. And the question is, will he become the new governor of California through the recall?
And say his name for me.
Kevin.
And I'm going to stop shuffling.
Stop.
King of Cups, success, Four of Cups. I mean, energetically, I don't think so. Energetically, I just got to know. These cards with King of Cups, I don't even know what sign Gavin is. But there is success around the guy. But then with Four of Cups, there's a certain level of apathy. So I think that there will be some good energy around him and some good, publicity. But I think with Four of Cups would kind of sizzle out. I'd be really surprised if he became governor.
All right. How do we think Larry Elder is going to do?
And who's Larry Elder?
Larry Elder is the guy that a lot of people think are going to win. He's like a radio show host. He's black. Apparently that makes a difference.
Well, that's right.
Yeah.
Guys,
is Larry Elder on the ballot yet? I'm asking the chat. Is Larry Elder back on the ballot yet? Does anyone know? Joshua, sorry.
No worries.
Because apparently he wasn't on the ballot, so.
Well, that could make it really hard for him to win.
Oh, God. Look at what Armani V says. Oh, my God. When I did the tarot, I also got the lovers for Kathy. I have the same deck. Thanks, Josh. Mount all of existence. Guys, mount that like button, please.
Mount it. It's important.
It is important.
Larry, what's his name?
Oh, yes. Apparently he's on the ballot. Larry Elder. How's Larry Elder going to do?
In the election, right?
For governor? Yeah.
And I'm going to stop shuffling on how Larry Elder will do in the election.
How will Larry Elder do in the election? Stop.
The lovers, again, Jesus.
It's a lover's kind of night, apparently.
Wealth and disappointment. Wah, wah.
Really? Because I think that Newsom's going to win. I don't think Newsom's going to get recalled. I think they're going to cheat. I do. I think they're going to cheat. You can print Joshua, did you know you can print your ballot from home?
Oh, how convenient.
Exactly. And of course, the Republicans are going to do nothing because the Republicans are useless. They aren't even spending any money campaigning in California because they think they got it all wrapped up. They literally aren't. I've talked to people who are like involved in Republican politics in California. They are putting zero money into the recall. They are putting all their money into the 2022 election because they're idiots.
Ooh.
So we'll see.
We shall see.
We'll see. I don't think he's going to get recalled. I'm putting my stake in the ground now. Dragon Water says, smash the like button. We mount the like button, Dragon Water. You know that. And Joshua was partially right. Masks are back in Oregon schools. So another win for you, Joshua.
It's a win for me, but not these poor children who are all masked up.
It's all about the children, isn't it?
It's all about the children of the future.
Mm-hmm. And if the children really are the future, we are so screwed. It's like not even funny.
It's true. I'm having to wear my mask at the gym still.
Joshua, I read an article over the weekend on this channel from Teen Vogue promoting the Democratic Socialists of America.
Oh, wow.
In Teen Vogue. Teen Vogue. I'm just saying. All right. Right as Rain says, will the U.S. military be forced to take the vaccine? So there has been a mandate from the Biden administration that says that all military service members have to take the vaccine by September, I believe. Will the military...
There was a general that said no, that my soldiers will not be...
There was a mandate from the White House. We'll see. Will the military be forced to take the vaccine?
And so I'm going to stop shuffling on that.
Stop.
Wow. Crazy, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Two of Wands, personal power, Ace of Cups, the Devil.
The Devil.
The Devil. I think that with the two of Wands, this is about like control issue back and forth, right? Ace of Cups is really promising. So I don't think anybody who's against the vax is going to be made to take it. However, there might be restrictions on what they can do. There's going to be some kind of restrictions if they don't take the vax, is what I get. But I think with Ace of Cups as well as Two of Wands, I don't think that they can in good conscience force every military person to get vaxxed. Yeah.
I wonder
there'll be some restrictions, but I wouldn't say that they're going to force it. Not with Ace of Cups.
I wonder if YouTube counts the tarot cards as nudity. I'm just, I that's just what I was thinking when you're holding up the devil card. Yeah.
They are nude.
They are nude, but does YouTube count it?
When God created Adam and Eve, it was just because they ate the apple that they realized they were nude. It was the end of innocence.
You know what I like about the devil card is that they can take the chains off of their necks if they want to.
They can. But
like it's not really.
But
dominate
that really. I mean, you don't sign up for these games unless you're going to play them. That's
Dominatrix theory strikes again.
Dominatrix theory, yes.
Justina says, will Brandon Strauch get the result he's hoping for on August 26th? So guys, if you missed it, Brandon Strauch, the founder and leader of the Walkaway campaign, did a live stream. I believe it was last night. Maybe it was the night before. The time is meaningless anymore. But very recently, he did a live stream basically saying that the next milestone in his case is going to be on August 26th. So coming up in a couple of short weeks. And he is really hoping there is going to be a conclusion that comes to his case so that the walkaway campaigns start getting back out there and doing stuff. And I've seen what they're planning and it's really, really awesome. And I'm really excited. And it's like, guys, I cannot even tell you how good it is. There is no group in the conservatives or the right or anything that is doing anything like what Walkaway is building. You guys are going to be so excited, but they can't do it until Brandon's case is done. So Joshua, will Brandon get the result that he's hoping for on August 26?
Let's see. Oops. And I'm going to stop shuffling.
Stop.
Let's see. Ooh.
No, don't give me bad news. Don't do it. Don't do it. Brandon doesn't deserve this. Don't do it.
I like Brandon too. It's not, yeah. Well, Five of Swords comes up. And we've seen this card. So this is like dirty pool. You know what I'm saying? So he needs to, watch his back. And this is, I think, playing dirty. So I think that's an issue. With the World card, there is like fulfillment. But I think with Queen of Swords, I think he's going to have to fight more. I don't think he's going to be able to.
No.
Yeah. I mean, there is with Five of Swords, like if he's really crafty, he could come out of this smelling like roses. And there is like a conclusion with the World card, but with Queen of Swords, I don't think that his trouble is over quite just yet. He's going to have to be smart. He's going to, have to really work really hard with his lawyer, to make sure that everything's buttoned up.
That makes me so unhappy. This is one of those rare occasions where I really just hope you're wrong.
I hope I'm wrong too. Hope I'm wrong too. Yeah. There's a conclusion, like the world is about success, but it also with Queen of Swords following it, there is like, he has to be crafty, he has to be very smart. And I worry about Five of Swords. I worry about Five of Swords being the first card that we pull. So it doesn't mean that, he's not going to get what he wants, but it's going to be a challenge. Five of Swords, definitely. It's not going to be a slam dunk.
All right, guys. Well, please cross your fingers for Brandon. Send him positive energy. Send him nice emails and all this stuff, because I know he actually does read the stuff that he gets. Just send him all good wishes, because he really, really, really does not deserve what they're doing to him, and it's awful. Yeah. All right. Dragonwater says, will Oregon mandate vaccines, or will their vaccine mandate in Oregon school system, or will there be an Oregon a mandate in schools for school staff members? Will there be vaccine mandates in Oregon?
And I'm going to stop shuffling. Let's see. Will there be vaccine mandates in Oregon? Page of Wands, 8 of Cups, 5 of Swords. I would say yes.
Boo. Well, that doesn't surprise me, though. It doesn't surprise me. Kate Brown is a communist. Whatever. Sorry, Dragon Water. Hip Hop, thank you for the $. Charmed 3XS says, love Josh's new people in the news birth chart breakdowns. Is all this craziness really evil dying and a new dawn coming? So, Joshua, let's talk about your new birth chart breakdowns first. Like, you just did Joe Rogan's astrological chart the other day on your YouTube channel.
I did, and today I did Randy Andy. Can we?
Really? Did you?
Yeah,
What's that?
Call him that anymore, or is that really bad?
I think we can still call him that. I think that's still fair game.
Yeah, I did Randy Andy today. Yeah.
Yeah. So what should we know about Joe Rogan?
Joe Rogan, he his birthday is tomorrow, and he has Jupiter conjuncting the sun. So like whatever Jupiter hits, it makes it bigger. So he's larger than life, and the sun right now is not just conjuncting his sun, like that's his birthday, but it's also conjuncting Jupiter. So he's going to be getting bigger and bigger and bigger. In fact, every single year around his birthday, most likely, there's some big stuff that is around him. But there's also stuff that shows like he's definitely somebody who preaches truth and really feels compelled to express himself and his truth and to really sound alarms. Like there's a lot of stuff in his chart that shows that he is definitely somebody who wants to make people aware of what's going on. So, and there's a lot of purity. He has beautiful stellium in Virgo, and Virgo is really about service. And I think that's the cool thing that I realized about looking at Joe's chart is that he's coming from a really, beautifully pure place. And I think that can sometimes create conflicts when you're dealing in the world that we're in. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. So are you going to be doing these things regularly on your channel?
I hope so. Yeah. It's all about time permitting. I totally will. Yeah.
If people have suggestions for people whose chart they want you to run, how can they send those suggestions to you?
Just put them in the comments. I read all my comments, and I will definitely take that into consideration. If people give me stomach aches, like somebody said I should do Prince Harry. Prince Harry makes me nauseous.
Yeah, I don't like Prince Harry.
He bothers me. So I don't want to spend time, if I can help it, working on somebody's chart that, nauseates me. Mm-hmm. Funny enough, Prince Andrew doesn't. Like I would take dealing with Prince Andrew and his energy more than Harry's.
Really?
Yeah.
All right.
I think in looking at Prince Andrew's chart, it looked to me as if he's gone through a lot. And remember, he's a Pisces, and Pisces can be the scapegoat, and they can make huge sacrifices. So I think that I'm not saying that he's innocent by any stretch, but God only knows what else other people have done. That's all I want to say.
So guys, you should all subscribe to Joshua's YouTube channel. The link is in the description below. Help him get over 1,000 followers so we can do a live stream on his channel, please. Joshua and I will do some sort of live stream on his channel when he gets 1,000 followers, but he can't do it until he gets 1,000 subscribers. But
I don't post that much, so I don't post like you post.
Well, I don't, but no, like very few people post like I post. Come on,
that's true.
Katie G asks, like, can you do a birth chart for America? That might be an interesting thing, Joshua.
It's July 4th in the 1700s, I think. Yeah, you can.
1776.
Thank you. Yes, you can. In fact, that is done quite often when we're looking at what's going on in the United States. Absolutely.
Cool. And then the second part of Charm's question is all this craziness really evil dying and a new dawn coming? That's a very inspirational question, Charmed.
Evil dying and what?
And a new dawn coming. Like when Noah's Ark flooded the world and then there was a new dawn.
2 by 2, hurrah, hurrah. Is there a new dawn? And I'm going to stop shuffling on that.
Stop. Well, I suppose Noah's Ark didn't flood the world. God flooded the world because God was a vengeful little bitch.
I do think that we have the wealth card, right? So this is in a lot of respects, the whole concept of what is traditional, what is established, that is reaching an apex, right? And then with the magician, we have card number 1. So this is like
oh wow,
10, and then we have 1 with the magician. So it's really a matter of like focusing on where we want to see the things. What if you're looking for light? Obviously, there's a lot of brightness here. You're going to be able to really find it. And then Queen of Pentacles, I think that we will be more stabilized. I think the big thing is that we're having to really look at the structures that have been built and what they've been built on, and that's sort of the problem. Mm-hmm. A lot of what has been built that's traditional, that's tried and true, is corrupt.
All right.
So the magician card, I do think that, yeah, I mean, everything happening now.
So maybe it does all need to be washed away with a flood.
Well, water is very cleansing. Water is a blessing. I do think that yeah, we are reading a lot of people out. The magician is ruled by Mercury, and again, it comes down to like, you know, choices. I mean, even there was some guy I sent you a text of like somebody else.
He did something very badly that we're not going to say on this channel because it'll get us demonetized instantly.
Okay, I won't say it, but it's
resigned for doing something with children.
This Arizona state senator, like, what is going on here? Like, and the thing is that it's not happening now so much as it's all stuff that's like coming up. So yeah, it's pretty scary to think the darker aspects. But again, darkness is just the absence of light. So if we can be more light, we can, lighten up and be enlightened and be happy, and that will help. Be the change you want to see in the world, and I promise we'll see changes, definitely.
Excellent. All right, let me see. Doo-doo. I mean, that's an unfortunate screen name, dude. But like, what can you do? I guess
you're not into that.
No. No. Wants to know, will Delta variant be more harmful to children?
This is so ridiculous. Isn't it crazy? How did we go through the 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, the OOs without anything bothering us?
Do you want to know why? We didn't have social media. I'm serious. We didn't have social media. Social media has effed everything up permanently. What is the name of that documentary on Netflix that everyone should watch to know exactly how evil social media is? Joshua, you need to watch this documentary. Someone remind me of the name, but there's a documentary on Netflix that will tell you precisely how social media has effed us all into a place where that we are never recovering from ever. It's all social media's fault. The social dilemma. That's what it is. Thank you, Kyle.
Okay, we'll put it on the list.
Yeah.
So will the Delta variant negatively affect children on a mass scale? Is that what we're asking?
Will it be more harmful to children?
Okay. And tell me when to stop shuffling on that.
Stop.
Let's see. 9 of Swords, 10 of Wands, 5 of Swords. I mean, I think that really when we start with the 9 of Swords, the good thing with the 9 of Swords is that it's all in your mind. It's all in your head. Do you know what I mean? I'm not saying that there's no Delta variant or anything like that. What I'm saying is that if you have these parents that are nervous Nellies that are feeding their children like, oh, make sure you put this on or you're going to catch Delta. I mean, that's going to exacerbate this, right? With 10 of Wands, I mean, it's not going to be good. And with 5 of Swords, obviously there's got to be precautions. But again, like, I think that whatever we put our focus on, whatever we put our attention on, grows. So it's sort of like, I'm not saying ignore it, because that's really, when this whole COVID thing broke out, Donald Trump, who I think is a huge law of attraction guy, he's like, it's fine. It'll be over this weekend. Don't worry about it, which is what you're supposed to do in law of attractions. Like when you get a little bit of a sniffle, you know how like, you're like,
you never say you're sick. You don't declare you're sick on Facebook or anything. You don't say it. You say, I feel fucking great.
Right. Like if you have a sniffle, of course that can go into a cold, but you can catch it in time and talk yourself out of it. Right. And I think Donald Trump knows that. And he was, leading with his heart, wanting to make sure everybody was fine. But again, like there's reasons why we are creating this in our lives. I don't know if it's a matter of people, are just sick of socializing or, but we are creating this issue. So I don't think it's going to be great for kids, but again, I think we need to focus on the virus of abundance, or the virus of love, or of happiness, of vitality. Vitality especially, because if you can get yourself, lit up and follow your passions, your highest excitement, you're not going to get sick, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm. All right. Let's see. Dip 1955 said, when I asked if Larry Elder would become governor of California, you said absolutely not. Does Cuomo's resignation change this, or has this changed? I think this might have been asked before we actually did the Larry Elder question. I mean, so we've already kind of psychicked that you don't think Larry Elder's going to win.
No.
Right? Can you psychic, is Newsom going to get recalled?
Let's see. Do me a favor and say, what is the fate of Newsom as governor?
What is the fate of Newsom as governor?
And tell me when I should stop shuffling on that.
Stop.
King of Swords, Knight of Pentacles, Queen of Discs. I don't think he's going anywhere. I'm with you.
We have said this like 3 times. We don't think Newsom's getting recalled. No.
Yes. All these people that are around him, protecting him. Yeah.
Yep. And they're going to cheat. They're going to cheat. People are printing ballots from home. They're going to cheat. This is not even a hard one to figure out. I don't know why. And you know what's going to happen is really going to piss me off is like everyone's going to be surprised. Everyone, and I'm specifically saying this, I'm going to clip this shit later when I'm right. Like everyone is going to be surprised when Gavin stays in office and be like, oh no, how did this happen? I would be like, there are people telling you they were going to cheat. You can print ballots from home. Have you learned nothing? My God. Look what these people do to me, Joshua.
It's terrible. It's terrible.
God.
Ink sale at like Staples, in case you want to.
Might be a what?
An ink sale at Staples, that go along with these like ballots. They can print as many out as you want.
Yeah, exactly. God. All right, let's see. Alexandra super chat jump. Hang on. I'm going back. Oh no. We have a lot of Jesus Christ, we have a lot of super chat. Okay.
Poker. I can't go too late tonight. We might have to save some for next week.
Okay. No, we're gonna get through them. Alexander Martin says, I'm a little late, but damn, Joshua's photo on the cover for this episode is hot. Mouth that like button. Yes. Joshua is devastatingly handsome. It's the only reason I've worked with him all these years. I just get to gaze at him.
It's true.
In between,
have to do much.
No, in between yelling at him, I'm just like, oh, Joshua's so dreamy. Hip Hop 618 says, will Kamala ever be president?
I'm sorry. I'm a little bit clamped. Will you say that horrible, horrible question again?
Will Kamala ever be president?
And so I'm going to stop shuffling.
Stop.
Whew. I don't think so.
Yeah.
Because walking away, right? This is the walk away Renee card or walk away Kamala card now. 8 of Cups. With Temperance, I think that she's expanding. And with Queen of Pentacles, I think that she's sort of stabilized. But I don't think that she has that energy to do that. No.
All right. Let's
She'll be
see.
doing other things, though.
Dragonwater says, from a purely non-scientific perspective, does the vaccine cause fertility issues? Your life is your choice. Okay, YouTube, this is a psychic. We're not giving medical advice. He is using tarot cards. Do not demonetize this, YouTube. I will make you look like idiots if you demonetize us over this. Joshua, from a purely non-scientific, psychic, tarot card perspective, does the vaccine cause fertility issues?
I'm not a doctor, but I play one on TV. For
entertainment purposes only.
Right. So will the vaccine, from a non-scientific point of view, will the vaccine cause fertility issues?
Yes. As predicted by tarot cards, YouTube.
And tell me when to stop shuffling.
Stop.
Let's see. Swiftness, 8 of Cups, Knight of Wands. So I think that I think it's a personal thing with the eight of Wands. I think that it's not a matter of like this vax is good for this person or that vax is good for that person. I get very like individual in terms of people's physiology, their energy, how they process energy. With the 8 of Cups, I think that it's one of those things that we can't like nail down, like, because we have how many vaxes? It's probably going to be even more than 3, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think we can really nail it down. I think the big thing is though with the swiftness card, if you make that decision again, like making the decision, I'm going to get the vax, you want to line up with it. So whatever decision you make, you want to line up vibrationally with it. You don't want to split your energy. Right? You want to be 100%. I'm going to get the vax. It's going to be fine. Move on. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Don't stay in the dirty bathwater. Don't give attention to anything that you don't want to happen. Seriously. Focus on best case scenario. Don't obsess. If you're obsessing about it and you're trepidatious, don't get it. Don't get it. I mean, get it with your, when you warm up to it. I just wouldn't make any decisions until you're lined up with it.
All right.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Let me see.
That goes for you too, Carlin.
I know, Joshua. I'm working my way up to it. It's going to be fine.
I'll tell you, take the next day off, though. I cannot tell you.
I'm not getting the vaccine you got. You got Moderna. I'm not getting Moderna.
Fine.
God.
Get Moderna. It's fine.
All right. John Clark says, is Biden the last president? That's very, very optimistic, John. Thank you.
Oh, geez. The last president, meaning we're not going to have any more presidents?
I guess so. I'm just reading the super chat. That's all it says.
Will there be a president after Biden?
Will there be a president after Biden?
And I'm going to stop shuffling.
Stop.
Prudent, 4 of discs, the Chariot. Yep, there will be.
All right.
So he's not the last president.
Not the last president. All right. Armani V says, oh, this is when Armani V says, I also got the lovers for Kathy. Same tarot deck. Mount the like button, everyone. Alexander DeJohn says, will the next New York governor be better or worse for New York? Alexander, we actually did this earlier in the show, so you'll probably want to catch the replay. But Joshua, you think that this governor is going to be okay?
I think you're going to like her.
Yeah. Okay, Six Semper Tyrannis says, Tara Reid said after what happened to Cuomo, she says she's going after Biden for sexual assault. Do you think that will happen, or will the Democrats use the 25th Amendment? So is Tara Reid going to come back to haunt Joe Biden, Joshua?
Well, she might haunt him, but can we say,
will
Tara Reid, will she have a negative effect on Biden?
Yes.
Or something, because she can haunt him. She is haunting him. She's haunting him for the rest of his life. But like, could that haunting have any effect on him, right?
Will Tara Reid have any impact on Biden?
Any substantial impact on Biden, right?
Any substantial impact on Biden and his presidency?
And tell me when to stop shuffling on that, please.
Stop.
Page of Wands, 7 of discs, love. Interesting. I wouldn't say that the effect is going to be substantial against him. Mm-hmm. And I would think that, he's going to do everything he needs to do to, protect himself, is my feeling. So I would be surprised if there's going to be any effect on that.
All right. Megan Cox, thank you for
it doesn't make sense, does it? I mean, she didn't seem to you like she was lying, correct?
Oh, I didn't think she was lying. I think she's completely credible. Yeah.
Oh yeah, me too.
Megan Cox, thank you for that sticker. Let's see. Dragonwater says, Carlin, if you had to choose one to get a disc assessment or a psychic reading from Joshua, which would I choose? I would honestly probably choose a psychic reading from Joshua, as long as you had like really specific questions that you want Joshua to answer about like what direction you should take. Now, like, because like a disc assessment's not going to give you like disc is going to tell you like about yourself and what you're inclined to do and what you're not inclined to do. Joshua can give you sage advice on how to live your best effing life. Is that accurate, Joshua?
Yeah, I think so. Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah. So I would probably choose
Carlin. So I consider that very high praise. Thank you.
Yes, and Joshua has actually taken the disc assessment too. He has a weird profile. All right. Jamie Armstrong says, "Is Meet Kevin running for governor of California a con man? I get bad vibes." So we psychicked earlier if he would win, and Joshua does not think he's going to win. But Joshua, can we psychic if he's a con man?
I mean, we can look at his picture. Can you bring his picture up again?
Yeah.
I didn't like the picture when I saw it, to be completely honest with you.
Let me see. Let me get the picture. You? No, not really. Heaven. There's his name. I don't even know how to pronounce his name. All right, let me see. I think he looks like a con man.
Yep.
Myself.
I mean, I didn't even see it that closely.
Con man.
Yeah, I would say absolutely. No?
Yep. I would. Yeah, I think he looks like used car salesman. Yeah.
I was just going to say that, Carlin.
Yeah, I'm very psychic right now, Joshua. I don't know what's going on, but I'm like extra psychic right now. I don't know.
You are.
It's freaking me out. I'm accidentally psychicking things that I really have no business knowing.
Like, am I going to win poker tonight?
Well, obviously you're going to win at poker.
Yay! Okay, cool.
All right, Dip night. Oh God, super chat jump again. Hang on. Okay, Dip 1955 says, if Newsom wins the recall, it will it open more people's eyes to the possibility that the system is rigged?
Let's see. And I'm going to stop shuffling on that.
Stop.
Let's see. Four of Cups, the Moon, Five of Wands, the Irish family reunion. I have one coming up, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that there'll be, fighting, but it will be the same thing of like, you're doing this. No, we're not. We have proof that we're not. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But I do think with the Moon card, again, there's definitely disillusionment going on. But with Four of Cups, too many people don't care. They don't feel like they're empowered to do anything about it. So they're sort of like...
Well, this is why I always yell at conservatives when they're like, it doesn't matter anyway. The vote doesn't matter. It's like, stop doing that. Like, you're literally playing right into their hands. Stop doing that.
Yeah. It's true. It's true.
All right. Dragonwater says, will the world ever recover from the effects of social media?
Recover.
Social media done effed us up good. Will we ever recover and be normal people again?
And I'm going to stop shuffling.
Stop. We're going rapid fire, guys. We want to get all these done before Joshua has to go play poker.
Love, the Hangman, Ace of Cups. So I do think that there's going to be like some kind of reversal. So I think that, it might be this, somewhat of a change. So you have love coming first and your final card, Ace of Cups. So I do think that the negative effects of social media will be nullified and negated to a certain extent. Yes.
All right. Let's see. Nat D says, is anything that's happening a PSYOP? It's a really vague question, Nat.
Huh? Can you look at PSYOP? Do I need to look
PSYOP is like psychological like fuckery that like the FBI is doing, like to trick people into like doing a certain thing.
Okay. So what's the question?
Is anything that's happening right now a psyop?
And say what psyop is again?
Psychological fuckery.
And tell me when to stop shuffling.
Stop.
Wealth, Knight of Cups, the Fool. I would say that there's definitely a lot of things that we are not aware of.
Mm-hmm.
And it's coming from the establishment.
That's what a psyop is, Joshua. That's what a psyop is.
Big shock there. Yeah.
FBI. And the
Knight
CIA.
Knight of Cups shows up. So this is like wheeler and dealer who I think, comes across as really idealistic. But yeah. Knight of Cups.
Oh, that's a shame.
Yeah, I mean that's mutable water. So water signs involved. Biden is a Scorpio, but we also could look and see who might be a Pisces that has a lot of power. Because the knights are usually mutable signs, which would mean Knight of Water or Knight of Cups is Pisces. So should have a look.
All right. Let's see. Dragon Water wants to know, will we ever have an honest election again?
Let's see. And so I'm going to stop shuffling.
Stop.
The Lovers, the Magician, Three of Discs. Well, what is good is I do think with Three of Discs, this is teamwork and competency. So I think that the people who are in charge of how things are going, they're going to be working very, very hard. So I do think that that's very possible. There's definitely going to be dialogue and debate. They're not going to let there's going to be checks and balances, which is really good. So I think your Republicans that you've been, disappointed with lately, I think that they're going to rise to the occasion.
We'll see. I hope they do. I genuinely want them to. I have just lost faith. We'll see. All right, let's see. We have 3 more super chats, Joshua. Risa Cord says, what happened today at Mike Lindell's Cyber Symposium? Did he get hacked? Will he make it the 72 hours? Will he change people's minds? So Mike Lindell, who's the MyPillow guy, is holding this big 3-day cyber symposium where they're going to talk about election shenanigans and nonsense. I tuned into it for about 5 minutes today. I saw Mike Lindell ranting like an old man at a family reunion. I was like, I ain't watching this. Will anything of significance come out of Mike Lindell's Cyber Symposium?
What do you mean significance? Will there be changes?
Yeah, will they uncover any evidence of chicanery? Which is a very underused word, and I'm going to bring it back.
It certainly is. And say his name again.
Mike Lindell.
And say his symposium.
Cyber Symposium.
So will any evidence come about from that, right?
Yes.
And so I'm going to stop shuffling, please.
Stop.
Ace of Pentacles, the World.
Huh.
I think so.
Oh,
Ace of Pentacles is we're not talking about pie in the sky, wouldn't it be nice? Ace of Pentacles is real world results, actually tactile proof. And the World comes up, this is definitely closing a cycle. And then with the past, the Six of Cups has to do with stuff in the past. So there's going to be stuff that's dug up most likely from the past. And I think with Ace of Pentacles, there's some evidence that you can really sink your teeth into that would hold up.
All right, Mike Lindell. Hey, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Yeah. I have a MyPillow. I like my MyPillow. Joshua, have you ever tried a MyPillow?
I don't think so. If I have, I don't realize it. I have actually 25 pillows in my bed. I'm into pillows.
Oh, well, you should get a MyPillow.
I might have one already. Yeah, it's very possible.
All right. Dragonwater said, because I am mean, will Nancy... Thank you, Dragonwater. Will Nancy Pelosi be president? Joshua, Joshua has died again. You can't kill him off. He has to go win at poker.
I have to win at poker. I mean, I don't know what's worse. Actually, I will tell you what's worse. Okay, let me ask you really quick. I digress really quickly. Who would be the worst president? AOC, Pelosi, or Kamala?
AOC.
AOC.
Okay. Not even like close.
Not even close.
Crazy person.
Okay, so will Nancy Pelosi be president? Isn't she like 110 years old?
I don't think it matters anymore.
Okay, so will Nancy Pelosi be president, right?
Yes, will Nancy be president?
Killing me here. Will Nancy Pelosi be president? And so I'm going to stop shuffling.
Stop.
God help us. 9 of Cups, the Sun, victory. I don't think so. I think with this, it's somebody that's virile and bright and who's going to make other people like happy with the Sun card. I think it's going to be another man. Yeah, you got all this like bright energy, which I don't associate with her.
All right. Excellent. And our last super chat for the night, AM says, will there be any major changes to, oh, this is a good question. Will there be any major changes to international travel law coming because of the unequal vaccination enforcement between legal travelers and illegal migrants?
Okay. The first part of the question again, please.
Will there be any major changes to international travel law because of unequal vaccination enforcement?
Got it. And I'm going to stop shuffling.
Stop.
That is such a good question.
It is a very good question.
Really good question.
Pertains to our super secret trip, doesn't it?
It really does.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, travel's going to be coming back. It's going to be fine. There is going to be sort of like a no holds barred, like this must happen type thing, most likely. But with the emperor, I think that it'll be stabilized. So I do think that there will be, changes in law, but I don't think that they're going to be problematic. I don't see people being upset about them too much, believe it or not.
All right.
I think that, especially like the wanting to travel. Like I think that what I'm getting is too, the travel and tourism industry, obviously they took a huge hit from COVID, but I think they're revamping themselves and they're going to be a lot stronger, which is going to be so great for so many people.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, guys, that's all we have for tonight. I just have one quick kind of plug to do, and then I'm going to plug Joshua's stuff. And I'm going to do more about this tomorrow, but I was asked to do this by the Mises Caucus in New Hampshire, so I'm going to. If there's anyone in the New Hampshire or Vermont area that's near Dartmouth-Hitchcock has mandated vaccines for all employees, and this affects all employees, whether they're in person, work from home, contractors, so plumbers, HVAC, snow removal, stuff like that do work for Dartmouth-Hitchcock, which is a really big medical system in New England, have to be vaccinated. There are protests around this. If you're in the area, please check out suedhmc.com. I'll do information about this tomorrow, but I wanted to get the plug in tonight. And if you enjoyed this show, we do this every Tuesday night at 9:30 p.m. And I've actually seen many chats tonight, Joshua. Many people are asking if they can get a reading with you.
Ooh.
And they can. And you can reach out to him at psychicsun.com. His information is in the description below. For those of you who don't know, Joshua is actually my coach in real life. I have worked with him for like 8,000 years at this point. I cannot recommend him enough. He is the reason that I'm successful doing what I'm doing. I guess, I don't want his head to get too big, but But no, I think that if you can get a reading from Joshua or work with him, I think it's a really good idea. He's very insightful. So psychicsun.com, subscribe to his YouTube channel. Joshua, anything else for tonight?
Anything else for tonight? We're under the Leo moon waxing cycle. So it's all about bringing things into your life that like light you up and make you happy and joyful, and rest and relaxation and play. Like if you do that, you're going to be all set for like September. So make sure you have as much fun as possible, get sunshine. This Leo energy is so strong. So do whatever you can that brings a smile across your face.
Excellent. Excellent. Well, guys, if you enjoyed this show, please mount that like button. Mount the like button on the way out the door, and catch us back here next week at 9:30, and we'll do it all again. See you guys. Have a good rest of your night. Bye.